There we go. Hey, hello. There's no sound. Thank you very much for letting me know that. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I didn't press the button. Oh gosh, shocking. Sack him. I hope you're well, and you can hear me. Got it now. Well done. Hello, Martha Gooch. I hope you're well. And Jack Fox 2001 up the Stocko, up the Jack Fox, and DJ Smitty's Move. DJ Mitty's Move. DJ Smitty Smooth. How are you? You're all right. Okay, so as I was saying, in the last episode, the last stream yesterday, in fact, we were here. We flew, if you remember, from North Wales to Gloucester, or Gloucester to North Wales. We've done the tutorial, and then we bought our plane, and the plane that we bought is actually here in EGCW in Welshpool. So what we're doing today is we're going to fly from Welshpool to Gloucester. And hey, Jack Fox, thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Thank you, mate. So yeah, we're going to fly to Gloucester, and then we're going to pick up some goods from Gloucester and fly, I think, down here somewhere. So yeah, that's the plan today. So we're going to fly to Gloucester down here. So it shouldn't take us too long, a couple of hours. Yeah, excited. So let's set up the plane, our Bonanza. And I'm going through all the setup with you guys. I know it's a little bit boring, but I enjoy this part of the, getting ready for the flying, doing all the setup, and just kind of show you guys my thought process when I'm doing it, while using the on-air company manager as well. So this time next year we'll be millionaires. How many times have I said that in any of my sort of simulation games? Right, so fluid level, fuel levels. Okay, so we're going to put some fuel in. Probably get that to about sort of 80%. We're not loading anything here because we just picked up our plane, and then we're going to be flying it down to Gloucester. We're paying a bit more actually at 511 from Welshpool. So if I wanted to be a bit, I'd probably just put that much in. That'd be fine. And yeah, so we confirm. So basically transferring all the work now. You can see there it takes a bit of time to fuel up, and we are going to EGBJ today, Gloucestershire. And once all that's done, now what we'll do in the sim, we will new flight, and we're going to be flying the Bonanza today, which is a lovely craft. I haven't flown it for a little while, so I'm going to be a little bit. And we are in EGCW in Welshpool. There we go. Weather is matching real world conditions, and the time of day is 12:42. So let's get 12:40-ish. There we go. And let's fly. So while that's setting up, Zynam82, how you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks for joining us today. During our flight from Welshpool down to Gloucester. No problem. Love your content. Keep up the good work. Jack Fox, thank you. You are a star. Really, really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. You really, really are. Okay, well, that's just a black screen. It's not much fun to look at there. I'll tell you what, we'll set this bad boy up. So we're going to be using Pilot to ATC today. You may have seen this yesterday. So cruise altitude, we're not going to go 8,000 feet. We're only going to go a short hop. So we're probably going to go up to 5,000 feet. There we go. Or, okay, let me change it to 4. There we go, 4,000 feet. Waypoint. So we're starting off in EGCW. Enter. And it's going to find it. There we go. It's thinking about it. So Welshpool, and we're heading to EGBJ into Gloucester. Cool. And we click on this button here, auto plan, and it should basically it's connected to the wind. So it's got the weather reports, and basically what it does is it calculates what the real world, so depending on which way the wind's blowing is depending on what way, which way you land, on the runway. So this thing calculates all that for you to make sure it's as close to real world as it can. And you can see there we are going to be landing an RNAV approach onto runway 9 here in Gloucester. So that's the route that we're going to be flying today. Now we can export that, and I'll bring that up. So we've got to export. You can basically put it into a few folders. So whether you're on P3D or X-Plane, and we're using today the GTN. Actually, I'm not even going to export it. Well, I'll export it, but it won't work on the GTN. You have to hand put this in, which is a bit of a pain, but I'll show you how that goes anyway. Are we in the plane yet? No, it's still loading. There's quite a bit of mods and scenery and things to load, so it does take a little while. And here we are. Yeah, we're fully loaded. So we've got the fuel on board, so we can start tracking our flight. Virtual freedom. That's right. Yes, we're allowed out. Yeah, we can fly anywhere we want as long as we stay at home. So as I said yesterday, yeah, I've actually been quite busy this morning with work. So I was panicking that I wouldn't be able to get on today for you guys, but I managed to complete the work, and yeah, we're here for a few hours, and like I say, until this craziness is over, I'll be here hopefully every day to hopefully spread some joy, if that's what you call it, or pain, depending on which way you look at me playing games. Yeah. Okay, so we're waiting for this to load. We're waiting for the game to load. It's taking a little while. It should be soon. So this is the to show you what else I've got running. Okay, I've got the Active Sky XP running. So this gives you all your weather information. This is the weather program for X-Plane and for the pilot to ATC. So this is a pretty good weather. As you see, it's just connected now, so it should be up and running in a second. And then here you can see it tells us where we are, and this is the current conditions of where the plane is at the moment. And there we go. It's all coming back to me. And we're here. We're parked up on the grass in Welshpool. So we'll just wait for things to load in, and normally it takes a few minutes for the sim to get up and running. So what I'll do is I'll just go external, so you can see the aircraft that we're flying today. This is the F-33 Bonanza. Pretty cool plane. Hope it looks okay on the screen. I should be running sort of 1080p 60 frames. If you can, yeah, if somebody can let me know how it looks, it should be looking all okay. It looks a little bit blurry on my monitor, but that could be just my monitor and not how it actually looks. If you could let us know, that'd be great. And silence. It's just what you want when you're streaming. Nobody to come, nobody to mention anything. Okay, you can see the clouds and everything else is loading in. It normally takes a few minutes, but yeah, it's a lovely looking plane. It's probably one of my favourite GA planes. Right, okay, so let's start. So we're here. So what we do, we validate the plan. Connect to the simulator as well. And you see a green. It may not. Yeah, it's not green now because we haven't actually powered up our. Let's go validate and file. There we go. So we filed the flight plan. Let's just move that over. So inside the cockpit, we haven't actually turned anything on. So it's not actually, the ATC can't connect to us, or we can't connect to the ATC. So what we're going to do now, this one, yes, so you need to, at the moment the fuel tanks are off, so if you try starting it, we wouldn't get any fuel. So here you have to manually go between the left and right tanks. So that's that, and let me just, there we go. We are going to, have I got a button for that? It'll be setting up my views. No, it doesn't look like I've got a button. Okay. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll go here and move along. Okay, so there is a battery. Wow, that's loud. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Alternator. Everything else is okay. We're going to put some fuel. We're going to put the pump on, the fuel pump, which is here. Is that the pump? Okay. I'm forgetting something. I know it. I think I'm forgetting something. Let's try it. Let's try. There we go. We started. I don't think that was the. I don't think that was the right way of doing it, but we started the plane, which is brilliant. Let me turn this right down, so I think it's going to be quite loud. Hopefully that's okay. Not too loud for everybody. Right, now that's on. You put your avionics. We'll also, as we're started, we're going to put some pitot heat on. Put a beacon, nav lights. And we'll leave them for the time being. Okay. Put the oil dampener on. Probably don't need to do that until you take off, but. Okay. So this is the Garmin. This is the. If you remember yesterday, I showed you the plugins. So we've got the Reality XP GTN. This is the GTN, and it's a pretty cool program. Which got a nice map and everything else. I'm not seeing any comments or anything. So if somebody is viewing or somebody is here, if you could just put a little hello or something in the comment in the chat box, that'd be great. Otherwise, something's drastically gone wrong here. It'll be much appreciated. If you can just let me know if it sounds okay. Again, this is a new plane, so I need to adjust some of the sound just to see if that's okay. I'm going to refresh the chat. Yeah, please let me know, because I'm not seeing any chat at the moment. I'm flying blind, which is not what you want to be doing when you're trying to fly. I'm going to reduce this again. It's got a feeling it's going to be a bit loud. That's the one I wanted. Keep the radios on, keep the environment on. There we go. Hey, old Rumsey, how you doing? Thank you so much for commenting. Somebody is there. Yeah, if you could just let us know if it sounds okay or it's not overpowering, that'd be great. Just let me know. Yeah, it sounds fine. DJ Smithy, smooth. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciated. Okay, so we are here. We're going to plug in the GTN, and for that, well, before we do that, let me just grab something. It's the plugin. So at the top of your at the bar, you'll see the plugin. You'll see all the information. This program is the one that gives you that information as I'm flying. So what I'll do is we are departing EGCW. We're arriving at EGBJ. Call sign today. We are the plane that we've bought in on air. If we go here to my aircraft, you'll see here we've got the Bonanza. So if you go aircraft details, the aircraft we bought, there's the registration number, is N55N9J. So the call sign here would be N5589J. S-Wing cruise today, 4,000, that'll be fine. And then we're do that. Failed to find coordinates. Not sure why. Okay, that's not working. I'll have to play with that. It does seem to work. Yeah, when I've playing off stream, but okay. start tracking. So this thing should start tracking now. So we're in the Bonanza.
On-air flight monitor started.
There we go. So that started.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Okay. Thanks for posting the yesterday's stream on YouTube. Hopefully I can catch up again tonight. Davey boy, no problem at all. Thank you. As I say, you know, I'm in isolation, and it's just help bypass the time. And yeah, no, I really appreciate it. And if I can cheer somebody up, then that's all I can ask. Okay, so here, yeah, Welsh Pool. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm just looking at this. So this is the information, and I'll be plumbing that into our GTN now. So, okay, so we come here to flight plan, add a waypoint. So we are going to be going to EGBJ, which is Gloucestershire. And then when you click on this, you can go load procedure. And basically, we're approaching the UV knob, NOP, of NOP, RNAV approach. So the RNAV 9, and the transition is the UVNOP. There we go. So we can load an approach. Now what's going to happen is, it's what happened yesterday, is we're going to take off, and then the sat is going to take us straight here. But we don't want to go straight here, we want to go to UVNOP first. Or the BJ, what was it, BJ009I. So what we're going to do is activate. Do you want to activate that? Cancel. I suppose we do want to activate that, don't we? Okay, so now we're going to head straight to U. So if we go to map, there we go. We're going to fly straight to UVNOV, of NOV, yeah, and then start to see. Go. No, that's not what I want. I want to go here. That's not what I want. Okay. Flight plan. I'll tell you what. Let me clear the flight plan again. So add waypoint. So we go into EGBJ. Oh, it hasn't added the. I suppose it doesn't need the EGCW, does it? So here we can load procedure, do what we've done before. Approach is going to be an RNAV 09 with the UV knob approach transition. There we go. Load approach. So then that should take us straight to UVNOB. UVNOP. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's hopefully work. Let's go down. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're coming down to here, going down to this one, and then we're going to come in for the runway 09 approach into Gloucester. Okay. Brilliant. So that's set up. What's quite nice is you can see where you're parked as well, so you could do some taxi instructions depending on which way we're going to take off. But it's this very small airport, this one, Welsh Pool. I think it's sort of a training airport. But yeah, cool. Okay, so that's set up. Nice. What we're going to do is we're going to contact ATC now. Oh, actually, yeah, contact ATC. We're going to get clearance, and with that, they'll give us the altimeter reading, and I think also a squawk as well. We should be pretty good to go. So hopefully you can hear everything okay, and all the sounds is perfect. Extreme shy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ready. Let's go. So let's contact ATC. Here. So request clearance. Bonanza 8-9er Juliet, ready to copy IFR clearance.
Bonanza 8-9er Juliet is cleared to Echo Golf Bravo Juliet as filed. Expect departure runway 04. Maintain 4,000 feet. Squawk 4065. Bonanza 8-9er Juliet is cleared to Echo Golf Bravo Juliet as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Squawk 4065. Bonanza 89er Juliet, read back correct. Contact us for IFR release when number 1 for departure. We'll contact you for IFR release.
Okay.
Bonanza 89er Juliet.
What it's saying there is that this is quite a small airport, so they haven't really got a control tower here. So we are calling up Manchester, believe it or not, Manchester Centre, and we've got to give them a time slot for when we're going to take off from here, so they know we're going to take off. So when we say the IFR release, it's basically mention it to them. Look, we're going to be taking off very soon, and then they give us a window of when we're allowed to take off. So brilliant. Okay, so they've given us a bit of information there. They said that we're going to take off at runway 04 at 4,000 feet, and our squawk is 4065. So down here is where we put the squawk. So 4065, and we're going to go into on. There we go. So now we're squawking at 4065. I'm just going to check the active sky here. Just going to check for our altimeter is 1025, which is great. And then we check the barrow here, so 1025. There we go. Okay. So that's set. The flight plan's set. Yeah, the squawk is set. Probably need to set the barrow over this one as well. 1025. Okay. So for the co-pilot is set. Just trying to think. I think we're okay. We're being tracked here using our on air, and yeah, I think we're good to go. Exciting times, right? Let's just have a quick check to make sure everything's okay here. All the lights are on. Yeah. I've actually got this turned down quite a lot, haven't I? It's a bit quiet. I don't know. Does that sound okay? Is it too loud? I want you to hear the sounds of the engine, because it is a pretty cool sound. Right, let's close that. And let's go. Contact for IFR release. Bonanza 89er Juliet, ready for IFR release, runway 04 at Echo Golf Charlie Whiskey. Try that again. Bonanza 89er Juliet, ready for IFR release, runway 04 at Echo Golf Charlie Whiskey.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, you are released for departure. Runway 04 after takeoff, turn right to heading 180, then proceed direct uniform Victor November Oscar Papa, climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Release for departure void at 1309 Zulu, advise with alternate intentions no later than 1314 Zulu, time now is 1302 Zulu. Bonanza 89er Juliet released for departure, runway 04 after takeoff, turn right to heading 180, then direct uniform Victor November Oscar Papa, climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Release for departure void at 1309 Zulu. Bonanza 89er Juliet, read back correct.
There we go.
Contact us when airborne. Wilco Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, so we're going to contact him when we're airborne. We've got until Zulu 1309 in order to take off, so we're going to make a move now. Okay, we'll take off the parking brake. We're ahead at 204. So what we're going to do is go on to the because 04 is the other end, I believe. That's 04. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go onto the runway, and we're going to drive up, turn around, and then take off. So that's the plan. Okay. So there's a lot of GA aircraft in Welshpool. I think it's a pretty popular sort of small airport. I might even get this airport on Orbex. I think they've got this on Orbex, because I'm sure we're going to come here again at some point. So we're going to go this way, drive all the way down to the bottom of the runway, turn around, and then we're going to take off. So that's the plan. Can you hear the engines okay? Everything sound? Can I just get a thumbs up? That'd be great. You can feel that it's a tiny bit windy out there. Thumbs up. Thank you, Rumsey. Appreciate it. It's quite difficult to hear in my... Oh, a new follower. Dowder, thank you so much. Really appreciate the follow. You're a star, thank you. So you've just joined us. We're flying from Welshpool, EGCW to Gloucester, EGBJ, and then from there we're going to do another short flight from there. So this is the one of two flights today. Hopefully, let's see if we don't crash. I'm not jinxing it or anything, I'm just saying. Okay. So just get to the top here, and then we'll swing around and we'll take off. Hey, good day, Stocko in chat. Arctic Soldier, how you doing? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for coming along. And there's a turning point at the top. I was a little bit worried I was going to have to do a 3-point turn in an airplane. I don't know how that would work, but thankfully there's a turning point here with some lines to guide me on which way and where to go. Okay, right. Oh, I forgot to put my taxi lights on. It's a bit naughty. So stick on our landing lights. And yeah, I think we're good to go. Just put some power. Luckily I got on board this flight. Yeah, you just climbed in. There we go. 70 knots. We're airborne. There we go.
Airborne time logged.
Okay, landing gear is up. We're going to the head in. And this thing is a pain. It's always best to so go head in. Altitude. Just got to check the V speed on the altitude. So we really want to be climbing too fast here. So it looks okay to me. Looks okay. Got a bit high. And then in a minute, I'm just going to click on nav. There we go. We should now. Should be going on to nav. There we go, autopilot. Okay, so we're flying. We're flying. It's a bit touchy, the old. Just trying to trim it out using the option. I'll tell you what, we'll do it the other way. So we want to be flying at about 4,000 feet today. So let's get this to 4,000. I should have set this really. Should have set this really before we left. Let's go boom and arm. Set this bad boy up. There we go. Okay, it's set. And we should be following the sat nav here. Bring this up and just show you. Go to UNOP, UVNOP, and so we've got it to 4,000 feet. We're climbing around about 600-700 feet per second. And yeah, good things are happening. I was a little bit flustered there for a minute because I haven't flown this plane for a little while. But yeah, the UK just looks absolutely stunning today. Well, this is Wales, I think. Welsh Pool. This is Wales. Wales is looking stunning, and we're flying over to Gloucester. So yeah, so we're okay in the green. I'm going to start trimming this out in a second. Just going to start turning left a little bit, just to get onto this path here. Yeah, all looking good. We haven't crashed yet, which is the main thing. You know, we're in the air, we're flying. We're at 2,500 feet, climbing through to 4,000. Now we need to let them know that we're up in the air. So I think we're going to report. So we're going to go Bonanza 89er Juliet, climbing to 4,000 feet.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, good afternoon. Radar contact. QNH is 1025. QNH is 1025 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, we've set that already, 1025, so that's when we get our QNH. And yeah, we're going to take a lovely flight over to Gloucester in this glorious weather. I've got the pitot heat on. I've got my landing lights on because I'm under 10,000. We've got our yaw dampener on. Okay, good. Looks pretty realistic. It does, yeah. Apart from me flying, you know, that's probably the most unrealistic part of this. But I do love the look. Yeah, I do love the scenery. Let me pop on outside and show you guys the plane. So this is the Bonanza F-33 Bonanza, I think. You can see myself sat in the pilot seat there. I think I've aged a bit. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're coming up to 4,000. We're leveling out now. There we go. And this is a fairly quick plane. So as we're leveling out at 4,000, we're going to just trim. If you remember yesterday, we mentioned about trimming just remove this, using this thing here. And what we're looking at is the fuel flow and the RPM. So as we're trimming this out, you're seeing the fuel flow reduce, but also just as you see the RPM just drop. Oh gosh, it does seem quite a lot. Ah, there you go. So there we go. We're on the cusp there. So we're reducing our fuel flow. And talking of fuel flow, we're using the left. And if we swap over to the right, where's the fuel gauge? There we go. Okay, so there's the left. It's just over in the yellow, and then we're using this one. Now you've got to cycle these to make sure that the plane stays fairly stable. If you've got too much weight in the other one, it will mimic that, and yeah, and that will cause all sorts of problems. But we're flying around. What's that? 142 knots ground speed. If you remember the Cessna yesterday, we was getting around about 110 knots. So this thing's a bit quicker. It doesn't carry as much, but it's I don't know. I love the detail of this plane. Excuse me. So that's the yeah. So how are you? I hope you're well, whether at work or at home, isolating. It's just a weird old time, isn't it? So I don't want to talk about it because this is a bit of an escape from reality as such, but yeah, it is a strange old time. I'm just going to pull back a little bit on the throttle. You want to be cruising around about 140, that's fine. And yeah, it shouldn't take us very long at all to get to Gloucester from Barnsport. It certainly is beautiful. Okay, so we're doing something called an RNAV approach. Now, let me just bring it up. So we're going to and we're doing RNAV 09, so runway 09 RNAV approach. So this is the approach that we're doing. So we're going to UV North. So we're flying here now to UV North, and 155 degrees for 5 miles, I think, and then you go to 185 degrees, and then you're on the runway 09. So what we're doing, this is all done on the sat nav. An RNAV approach is the sat nav approach rather than what we call an ILS, which is a different approach. Still got the ILS 109.95 in there, and I'm still gonna plow it into this thing. Into the com, into the nav. So here, what do I say it was? 109.95. Even though we're not doing an RNAV approach, I still like to do it. Even though we're not doing an ILS approach, I still like to do it anyway. We can also set the CDI. So that. Basically, what I've done is I've just put my direction straight forward, or the indicator to follow the plane at the moment. Click on this, and we go heading. So it's going to follow this heading. While it's doing that, we can go to the OBS, and we can adjust the OBS. There we go. You can see the DT. There's the OBS set in there. So we want to set that to our for an ILS approach. We want to set that. Just check the ILS. Oh, there isn't an ILS approach. Okay, we don't need to do that. So we're on GPS. Take it off heading mode. Go into nav mode. So yeah, we're going to be landing by by sat nav anyway. But I like to set the ILS just in case. But it looks like we haven't got an ILS on the 09 anyway. Just on the other side. Good. Where's the flight heading? Soldier Scout. The flight's going to Gloucestershire, EGBJ. We've got a very short flight from. I'll show you on this. Short flight from Welshpool down to Gloucester in the UK. So just sort of mid Wales down to Gloucester, which is very close to South Wales. And then we're going to do another flight from Gloucester down to, I don't know, sort of south of Bristol, Bath area. So that's the plan, and that's where we are at the moment, heading straight to UNOB, and then we're going to follow into runway 09 on a RNAV approach. So that's the plan today. Whether it happens, I don't know, but we should be okay. I've got to leave my phone on because suppose technically I'm still working, even though it's the place is shut. It's just still making sure things are all okay on my end, and I'm not leaving any technical advice. So, yeah, what a beautiful day! What a beautiful day! Plenty to see. It doesn't seem to be a cloud in the sky. I'm not quite sure what it's like out by you, but certainly looking at my office, yeah, I can't see any clouds. So.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, contact Gloucester, approach on 128.55, good day. Approach on 128.55 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
There we go, okay, so we just changed our signal to 185.55, there you go, it's just changed. And now we're going to say
approach
hello.
Bonanza 89er Juliet at flight level 040. Bonanza 89er Juliet, good afternoon. Radar contact.
Brilliant. Case, hello again, good Sir Stocko. Hello, Case, another slow day today. Yes, well for me, certainly, yes. I'm going to be trying doing these like every day until work picks back in. And I'll be posting them up on YouTube as well. So if you can't make, if you can't make it, don't worry, you still get to see it on the old YouTube. So yeah, we're flying to Gloucester, EGBJ. And we've just contacted Gloucester Approach, so then Gloucester Approach is going to give us, vector us into where we're going to go. I can already see at the moment telling us to go to the UV knob, the RNAV approach to runway 09. So that's where it's going to take us. How's he running? Case, no, not yet. We haven't landed. We took off okay. A little bit sketchy. I was a little bit panicky because it's been a little while since I've flown the Bonanza. If you remember, we bought this yesterday. This plane. It was a little while since I've flown it, so I was fuddling with some of the buttons to get to make sure that we don't crash. But I managed to do it. So. Hey, Wally, 250 TRX, how you doing? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us today. And yeah, we're flying down to Gloucester, as I said. Some beautiful views up here today. Yeah. And this thing can shift. This thing is pretty quick compared to a Cessna. You see, we're doing. Was it around about 130 knots? Let's see if I can get this thing to. Failed to find coordinates. Let me load that back. Set up flight. So where are we? We are EGCW-EGBJ. Call sign is N. 558J. Cruise 4000. No, doesn't like it. Never mind. Okay, we can live without it. Wally, it's been years since I've seen you. I followed you since the early times of Farm Sim. EGUO. Yes, those were the days until real life got in the way, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, thanks for all your support for all these years, Wally. It's really great. I hope you're doing great. I'm glad you're doing well, Wally. Thank you, and I hope everyone is sort of safe and well in these crazy times. And glad to see me streaming. Yeah, me too. I do miss it. I do miss speaking to all my internet friends, and I do love just chilling out, relaxing, and playing some games. It's great. We have one tractor in the beacon that doesn't spin, so oh, Well, Case, you know, without a beacon on your tractor, you haven't really got a tractor, have you? So you need to, you know,
Bonanza 89er Juliet, expect the RNAV approach to runway 09 with the UP-NOP transition at Gloucestershire. Expect the RNAV approach to runway 09 with the UP-NOP transition. Bonanza 89er Juliet.
There we go. Okay, so we just got confirmation that that's the approach that we're doing. There we go. We're heading to Unov now. I don't know why that line's doing that, but we're heading to Unov anyway, which is good. Well, I think we are anyway. Yeah, heading to Unov. We're about 10 nautical miles away. We should be asked to be. Yeah, in a minute they'll ask us to come down to about 3,000 feet, the ATC will, and then we can start our approach in. It's not like the only time around the beacon was with even more titles. Oh, well, in my case, as I said, Kate, without a working beacon, could you really say you've got a working tractor? I don't know. Beacon view. Maybe we should use some American trucks in as well. That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be great. But it's good to see everyone's well, everyone's happy, and so I do enjoy doing this. It's been a while since I've been streaming, so I'm just making sure that the sound levels and everything's okay. I can hear hardly anything through these headphones. I could wear my other headphones, but they're huge, and you get a bit warm when I do. So I don't know where that pink line is there. OBS. Oh, okay. There we go. Directed to you. That's fine. Everything's in the green. We're trimmed out, as in the fuel, so we're not using much fuel. Just check on the fuel here. We're okay for a little bit. We're in the green there. Oil temperature is quite low. It's probably because we're not really pushing the engines too hard. Amps are okay. And the oil pressure is fine. Instrument air is fine. Yeah. And they got the fuel flow thing there, indication gallons per hour, so it's 8 gallons per hour. Okay. Still beautiful, beautiful day out. Let's look at the outside. Looks lovely. So yeah, we're using it with a program called On Air. You can see there it's tracking us. We've been sort of flying for about half an hour, and we took off from EGCW there. We're flying down to this point here, and then we're flying into Gloucester.
Bonanza 89er Juliet QNH is 1023 at Gloucestershire, cleared for the RNAV approach to runway 09 at Gloucestershire with the UP-NOP transition. QNH is 1023 cleared for the RNAV approach to runway 09 with the UP-NOP transition. Bonanza 89er Juliet.
So QNH is 103, and this is the altimeter. So you see the plane pitched to try and keep up to 4,000 because we changed the setting.
Bonanza 89er Juliet descend via the UP-NOP transition to 2,500 feet. Descend to 2,500 feet via the up-knob transition.
Okay.
Bonanza 89er Juliet.
2,500 feet. We start descending. Pull back on the throttle. Probably descend about 500 feet, 600 feet a minute. There we go. You can see there using the vertical speed indicator. This is 500 feet a minute, 1,000 feet, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. You don't really want to be going anywhere near that. You know, I think 500-600 feet a minute is it's pretty good. Just put it back on the throttle again. We don't really want to be over speeding or anything. Now what I tend to do is because it's all trimmed, you know, we've got the engine running quite lean. We want to not play with that. We want to push this in here. Basically full flow of fuel. So if we need to bug out, we're not going to stress the engine. We're just going to have as much fuel as we need, just in case we hit any obstacles or anything that we need to move or maneuver. Wally, very cool flying. Do you have the flight stick or using a keyboard? I'm using the X56 controller at the moment with the throttle stick. Hey, Bamag TR, thank you so yeah, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, what we're doing? We are flying to Yuvnov, hopefully, yeah. And then we're going to turn to BJO, yeah. And then we're going to turn down to this one here.
Bonanza 89er Juliet QNH is 1023 at Gloucestershire. Contact tower on 122.9er. Enjoy your afternoon. QNH is 1023 tower on 122.9er. Bonanza 89er Juliet. Tower Bonanza 89er Juliet inbound for RNAV approach runway 09.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, good afternoon. Radar contact. Continue a nav to runway 09, call when established on final.
Continue RNAV to runway 09, will call when established on final. Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, we're coming up to 2,500 and just putting the power on slightly. I want to get to about 120. We're going to put a flap down. I say this thing's got bags of power, so just going to have to be patient with it. It's coming down. There we go. So we're going flaps 1. I think we've put the flaps down. I didn't hear it. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. So flaps 15. So that's flaps 1. There we go. Nice and slow. We're going to put our
vertical track.
Don't know what that means. I think the I can't hear. A lot of this is okay. So we got that down. That's fine. We're about 100. Yeah, 100 knots. Let me bring the landing gear. Sorry, the flaps down again. We'll be turning on to final. We'll go nice and slow. Stock over here in the US, the beacons and the tractors really only became a thing in the early 2000s. I feel like we just had the four ways and those. Right, okay. So is that a European thing? Is it with the beacon view? Okay, so flaps are down. We're going really slow. We should start seeing the the runway up ahead. We need to let them know that we're on final. So we're going to report our approach. We'll call it in now, so I don't have to worry about it. Bonanza 89er Juliet established on final for RNAV approach runway 09.
Bonanza 89er Juliet winds are 031 at 6 knots, cleared to land runway 09.
Cleared to land runway 09 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, landing gears down. We want to keep around about sort of 80-90 knots, I think is sort of be fine. And we're coming in to land. Exciting times. Okay, right, landing gears down. We're going to stick on approach. And then we should, fingers crossed, the sat-nav should take us straight in, or the RNAV should take us straight into okay, no, we don't want to do that. Straight into to the 09, runway 09. Once I start seeing this come down, I know that the sat-nav's got me, and we can just glide straight down into the runway. That's the plan. So I want to start seeing this move in a minute. There you go, GS. Okay, so this is called the glide slope, or the RNAV. It's hard to explain. I don't fully explain it, but all this means is that this is starting to come alive now, which means that the sat nav or the RNAV is set up properly, and this will bring us into the runway. So basically, hands off and just let the plane go down. All you're basically doing is just looking after the speed, and we want to be around about 80 knots when we land. So just to make double, this is what you normally do when you're in the plane. You just pop outside and just double check the landing gears down, the flaps are down. We're ready to land this thing. So if I go a bit quiet, I apologise. I'm concentrating. Right, so many controls. Do you have full control of them all? I have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm not in control. I'm just winging it, and it just seems to work. But yeah, it's a bit fun. I don't need to worry about the fuel, changing the fuel. We're going to be okay. They're about the same. So, and you can, I think, just about see the airport. I don't know how you can see it, maybe on Twitch, but just come back on the throttle a little bit. Yeah, the beacons come from your. Even now, I think it's just under 20 horsepower. Bigger beacons, sheer storage. Yeah, good point. They're huge. Turbo tractors are from Europe. Oh right, okay. What make are they? Because John Deere is American, isn't it? It's Case. I don't know. I think Zetor is Polish. It's sort of European. New Holland. Don't know. I'm guessing. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see the runway up ahead. Everything's on auto at the moment. We're still captured, sort of the glide slope as such. Celestial, hello, welcome. You've just come at a crucial time. We're just getting ready to land here at Gloucester, and hopefully the landing is better than yesterday. Yesterday it was a bit of I think I hit, come in a bit hard. I forgot to take back the engines, and it just went bang, and it kind of bounced all the way down the runway. So fingers crossed we can get a nicer landing. Do you still play Farmers Sim? Wally, yes I do. For the few days I thought we'd do some flying, but certainly maybe Friday tomorrow. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday I might do some Farmers Sim. We'll see how it goes. But I'm hoping to stream every day while I'm in this isolation stroke, working from home. thing. So please make sure you follow us on Twitter or on Twitch, and you'll get a little notification to say that that's live. There's a lot of whiplash yesterday. There was case, we had everybody stuck in the back of our little Cessna, and I think there was a good 30 odd of us, and it was. We'll put it down to mistakes were made and lessons were learned. We'll put it down to that. It sounds like Ryanair. Yeah, so just go. It was a little bit like that. Although, we can give you free water at least.
Read calm.
The wind's calm. Okay, so we're coming into land. Just using back on the accelerator, the throttle. So we want to get to around about 80 knots ish. And essentially the plane's basically landing us automatically using the RNAV. We will disconnect the autopilot once we feel kind of safe to do so. Hopefully today we won't really catch up the landing gear. That's right. The landing gear is going to stay where it is. We're going to have a nice smooth landing. That's the plan. Here we go. Okay, no distractions, phone. Okay, a little bit of wind. So my plane in a minute. Okay. Autopilot's off. That's my plane. I'm now flying this bad boy. And we're landing on 09 in Gloucester. Oh, it's a little bit bumpy. We had a bit of a bump.
Landing time log.
But,
landed at Echo Golf Bravo Juliet, Gloucestershire.
There we go. Okay, too many people talking at once. Landing Echo Golf Bravo Juliet at Gloucester. Welcome to Gloucester. We've got to exit when able. I'm going to take a little bit of time on here. Okay, so we're going to lift up our flaps. There we go. Flaps are lifted. Got a little bit of power on, just to coast us down to the next turning off on the runway. A little bounce landing, but good landing. Thank you, Wally. I appreciate that. We didn't. We didn't do anything too drastic. So let's keep this rolling. Keep going. Where do we want to come off? Okay, technically this is another runway. I don't know whether we're allowed off here or not. I don't know whether there's another turning off. Yeah, we shouldn't have turned down here. Whoops, I'm going to get towed off. Yay, epic landing. It might just be me, but the game audio is a little louder than your voice. Right, okay. That's fine. Hopefully that's okay. I want to slow down a little bit. And we'll come off here. Onto the... No, that's another runway. I am so confused right now. There's got to be a way off this runway. I'll tell you what I should have done. Is we should have gone to taxi, airport parking, find out where we are. Okay, so we're coming up on the end. We can turn left onto the B. And we'll be, there we go, we'll be okay. All my audio is a little quiet. Yeah, I think my voice is okay. It's clipping in the yellow slightly on the software. So I've just turned down the... Does that sound better? Can you hear it? The trouble is I can't hear how loud this is because these headphones are not very good. So we're off. It's a bit long-winded, but we're actually off the runway. So we've got to basically report that we're off the runway, I think. So reports. Clear of runway. Can we request a parking? There we go. So Bonanza 89 Juliet, request taxi to General Aviation ramp.
Bonanza 89 Juliet, taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiways Bravo, Alpha, hold short runway 04, and runway 36.
Taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiways Bravo, Alpha, hold short runway 04, and runway 36 Bonanza 89 Juliet.
Okay.
Bonanza 89 Juliet, clear to cross runway 04, remain this frequency for further instructions.
Cleared to cross runway 04, remain this frequency.
Okay.
Bonanza 89 Juliet.
A little bit confused. I think this is runway 4, so it's basically saying that we can get onto Alpha through runway 4 that way. I think. We'll see. Sounds better now. Brilliant. Thanks, Celestial. So it's very difficult for me to hear the game of this, how you hear it, as it were. But now it's all set up. I should sort of leave it like this, and it'll be fine. Oh, I think this is runway 36. Are we allowed to go runway 36? Bonanza 89 Juliet, waiting to cross runway 36.
Bonanza 89 Juliet, cleared to cross runway 66 at pilot discretion.
66. Okay, I'm just going to park up because I don't think the ATC knows exactly where I am. I may have bugged it out as I decided to drive on 3 runways to get off. I'm sure that's not the correct procedure, but so this is 36. I think we can get onto this one, and then we're going to come straight off here. And then we'll find somewhere to park. Because what we do is we're parking, and then we're literally loading back up, and then we're going to go on another flight. Soldier Scout, what's the biggest plane I've flown? I've flown the A320. I've got the A320, but man, that's a big learning curve for me. Like, the trouble is, I get into it. I get into this flight simming, and I spend a lot of time doing it. But then, what happens is you have a bit of a break, and then you kind of forget things, and that's how it's been with the A320. Like, the GA flying isn't too bad. I've done this now so many times. I've got my way of doing it. Whether it's the correct way from a proper pilot's point of view, I don't know. But certainly with the larger aircraft and trying to remember what buttons to press, it's just it's a bit of a minefield for me. So I haven't done too much of that, to be honest. We're going to park up in here, I think. Let's park up in here. Why not? And so yeah, I have flown the A320, but it's just a little bit of a learning curve. Let's park up in this bay here. Cool. Right, there we go. So let's put the parking handbrake on. I think that's on. Yep. And we're beginning to shut this down. So we just basically cut the engine. Engine's cut.
Engine off, time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
Okay. And we'll just turn off this. We'll turn off the aviation suite. We'll turn off the battery. And there we go. Okay. Go to external. And there we go. we managed to get here without dying, which I'm pretty pleased about. We haven't crashed, so okay, we'll leave that there. Right, now if we go to the to this place here, it says here that your flight has been monitored, valid flight. So we've flown from Welshpool to EGBJ, and we've got a bit of reputation, a little bit of condition change on our plane, which is fine. We're still okay, and then and there you go, boom, we're back here. So now what we can do is we could prepare the next flight, because we've actually got a package to deliver from here. We've got to go to EGUO. EGUO. Let me bring my pit out. EGUO. So EGUO. So that's where we're going. Bit more fuel. The fuel's here a bit cheaper. So if we put sort of 80% in, we're going to load that up. It's only £85. And then we're going to confirm and go fly. So EGUO, Cologne, wherever that is, and you can see there we're sort of loading up some fuel, and it's going to take a few seconds just to sort of load up the cargo from where we're parked. That should be done. Cargo's okay. Brilliant. There we go. So we can start our flight tracking. Okay, so start tracking across the universe.
On-air flight monitor started.
There we go. Okay, so we're off to EGUO. It's just a browser game. No, it's an application. It's a game. It's an Aerosoft on air. If you search Aerosoft on air, you'll see. It's a subscription based sort of airline manager essentially. But I'm really enjoying it. So we're just taking a very quick journey to EGUO in. Apparently it's in Cologne. Cologne, never heard of it, but that's where we're going. So we've just loaded up, we've filled up it with fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to speak to our ATC and get this set up now, ready for our little trip. So we're going to go new. We'll keep the cruise altitude the same. So the waypoint is EGBJ, and we're going to EGUO. There you go, Cologne. Okay, we're going to go auto plan. It's going to hopefully find. I was worried about this. Okay, so sometimes the aircraft, the airport is so small that it's not in the it's not in this database, so it's not going to glide me into the right place. But what's quite nice as well, it's got this purple, so it's like it's going to give you some idea of where the airport is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly this and then kind of come round and then take it down kind of by hand. So we're going to be visually flying this route today, kind of. Now you could go. There is a taxi maintenance. I don't know if that makes any difference. So if you click on taxi maintenance here, this brings up this thing, and it gives you sort of a picture of the airfield. But sometimes you need to just import it from the sim. No, see, that's why it's it's not quite working. No, it's not quite working. There you go. All right, let's leave that there. Oh, it's not going to let me. Can I close it now? Okay. There's a quick and easy thing to do. What you do is you basically close all the windows. It's not even going to let me do that. Oh no. Okay. Right, I'll be back in a second. Hey Binks, thank you. No, sorry, Soldier Scouts followed. Thank you so much. I was reading the wrong bit. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's not going to let me do it. Okay, 1 second. I'll be back. Okay. It mutes every time. Every time I go from one screen to the other screen, it mutes for some reason. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. But thank you for letting me know. Technical issues. So, is this a browser game you haven't watched it? Okay, well, I've answered that. I'll shoot you a picture on Twitter, Stocko. We're having a local shop rebuild. I know to drill, and I got to run it down to them today. Okay, Case, please do that. Yes, I look forward to seeing that. Do they have planes where you do the field water bug drop? I know you can do sort of water drops and things like that in X-Plane, but I haven't done any of that. Stocko's become a mime. No, you're good, Arctic. Thank you. Right, so we have set up the ATC. So the ATC knows that we're going here, which is great, and we're at Gloucester. Now, what we need to do is we've got this running. Yes, that's tracking us. Go into Cologne. Okay, that's great. And now we just need to go into the plane. We're going to have to start this bad boy back up. Okay. Let's put the batteries on. I think I left the fuel in the fuel tank. Unfortunately, you can see there it's adjusted the fuel because we filled up with fuel, so it's done all that for us. It does, from the program on air, and it manipulates it onto the into X-Plane. We've got that. Let's bring this in. A little bit of throttle.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
And there we go. We should be still quite warm because of we haven't really we've just flown. Let's put the avionics on.
Information Lima. 1300 Zulu weather. Wind 020 at 5 variable 350 to 050. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 12. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3024. Arriving runway 09. Departing runway 09.
So what you're hearing
Advise
is
on
called an
initial contact.
ATIS.
You have Lima.
So what you're hearing is something called an ATIS, and this is going to continue talk until I change. But basically, it's telling me it's getting me my
Gloucester Information Lima.
the altimeter is 3024.
Zulu weather. Wind 020 at 5 variable 350 to 050.
Departing runway is 09.
Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 12. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3024. Arriving runway 09. Departing runway 09.
Archeon 753. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Right, let's turn this off before it keeps continuing. So basically, what it's telling me, it's giving me the QNH, which is the altimeter reading, and it's also telling me that we're departing 09. And in real life, when you speak to the controller, basically you say you have information Lima, which basically tells the controller that you've listened to the ATIS and you've understood everything that it's telling you. So it gives you sort of the current weather conditions and as I say, the QNH and the departing runway. So we can plan here. So the QNH is 3024. So it has changed since we've landed. So 3024. There we go. And where are we? Departing 09. Yeah. Okay. Got everything on. Hopefully it sounds okay. Just punch at the buttons and switches, and eventually something will happen. Well, that's the plan. That's kind of how I've learned, to be honest, on how to fly. New follower, B77DVR1. Thank you so much for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome today. Okay, so we've got the fuel, engines started. Maybe just set this thing up. Okay, So flight plan, Gloucester, and we're heading to EGOU. UO. Oh gosh. Let's bring that back. UO. There you go. Cologne. I can't believe it's in here, but there we go. And I don't think there's any procedure that. Oh, there is a visual. Ooh, very good. Very good. You're not giving me any visual. So we're going to have to. Gosh, it's difficult. I don't know which one to choose. So that's there. This one here. No, we don't know. Doesn't tell me what the runways are, so we've got no idea what this arrow indicates and what runway that is. I'll tell you what, we'll wait until we get vectored that way. So at the moment we'll just head towards EGUO and hopefully it will vector us into landing. So okay, so that's set up. Brilliant. Now we need to contact ATC, let's see, and ask if we can leave. We can hear you now. Brilliant. That's good stuff. So I hope you're all well. And this is a sort of our second leg, really, our second flight of the day. Let's just make sure I'm talking to the tower 122.9, which I am. There we go. And let me put that over here. All these pages. Okay, so we're going to request clearance. Bonanza 89 Juliet ready to copy IFR clearance. Bonanza 89 Juliet ready to copy IFR clearance.
Bonanza 89 Juliet is cleared to Echo Golf Uniform Oscar as filed. Expect departure runway 09.
We knew that.
Maintain flight level 040. Squawk 6021.
Bonanza 89er Juliet is cleared to Echo Golf Uniform Oscar as filed. Maintain flight level 040. Squawk 6021.
Bonanza 89 Juliet rear back correct. QNH is 1023, let us know when you're ready to taxi.
QNH is 1023 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay. Well, the ATIS is wrong. Well, unless it's changed. 1023 now. So we've just changed the altimeter. Okay, so yeah, you just got to get ready for request taxi. We're good to go. I'll bring up we've got this here. Show us where we are. So when we ask for taxi instructions, it should tell us which. So looks like we are taking off runway 09, which is the furthest one away. I imagine they're going to go alpha through this one here, which I think is 36. Yeah, 36. 304 onto Charlie 209, and then we're going to take off. So I think that's what's going to happen. But let's go. Ready to taxi. Bonanza 89 Juliet ready to taxi.
Bonanza 89 Juliet taxi to runway 09 via Taxiways Hotel, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, hold short runway 36, and runway 04, and runway 09.
Yeah.
Taxi to runway 09 via Taxiways Hotel, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, hold short runway 36, and runway 04, and runway 09 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Yeah, I know where we're going. Okay. Put this on my other screen, and we'll get ready to taxi. Put on our taxi lights. There we go. And we'll just spin around. Here. Ooh. So we're going to go on to Mike slightly, M, and then going to go on to hotel, because it said to go on to the hotel. So this is Mike, taxiway Mike, and then hotel is just off here, so you see H, So that's hotel. It's nice and clear. There we go. And we're going to go on to Alpha briefly. Taxiway Alpha, and then we're going to hold runway 36. It may give us permission to cross runway 36 before we get there, but I'll just quickly show you. And we're here on hotel. We're going to come here, hold, and then go on to B, onto Bravo. That's the plan. Have you much with cows on farm sim? I'm currently running 320 cows. Loan opening.
Bonanza 89 Juliet clear to cross runway 36.
There we go. Okay.
Cleared to cross runway 36 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Brilliant. So we'll cross runway 36, which is this. Yeah, 36. That's the runway this side, and then 18 is the other. You know, if you're landing on the other opposite side. You're gonna hit 1,000 cows. Probably going to want to shoot myself, but then, right.
Bonanza 89 Juliet clear to cross runway 04.
Okay.
Cleared to cross runway 04 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
It's allowing us to cross runway 04 as well. So just update you where we are. We're going to be coming up through this way here, past runway 4, basically stay on this taxiway all the way to 09, and then we take off. 1,000 cows, Case. That's some muck. You have to clean up. Yeah, that's a lot of muck. Have I put my yaw damper on? Yes. So passing runway 04 quite quickly. Oops. So this is going to be a really quick flight, but also quite bad because I'm going to have to do this sort of visual, which I'm not very good at, you know. Hopefully, the hardest thing about the visual flight, I don't know whether it's like this in real life because I don't fly in real life, but it's just spotting the runway. If you can see the runway, then you can kind of set yourself up ready to do a landing. So I think in real life, people tend to do like a flyby over the airport, so you can see the runways, and then you can kind of line yourself up and see where you're going. So we may need to do that before we can land. So this might be longer than I actually think. But here we go.
Bonanza 89 Juliet advise when ready for departure.
Wilco Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay. So we'll stop at the line. We're going to hold short 09 and let them know. So we're coming up to 09. There should be like a line, like a stop line. There we go. So we're stopping this line. Let them know that we're ready for departure. There we go. I'm going to say request departure. So, Tower, Bonanza, 89er Juliet, ready for departure, runway 09.
Bonanza 89 Juliet, winds are 041 at 7 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 09, maintain runway heading until above 1,100 feet, then turn right heading 220 to intercept course.
Okay.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 09, maintain runway heading until above 1,100 feet, then right to 220 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, so let's just stop there and turn off the taxi lights, put on the landing lights. I think that's everything. Fuel's okay. It's going to go to 4,000, aren't we, eventually? So let's put this onto 4,000 ready. Let's arm that. And yeah, let's go. The Bloom. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for a few hours, I think. About 12:30. It's 2:10, so an hour and a half possibly. Also a bit bumpy. 70. Whoa! Why am I taking off? Oh, I know why. Oh, what a donut. There we go. I forgot. When you
Airborne
arm
time
this,
logged.
it activates this. Okay. So that didn't go quite as to plan. I'm gonna stick on head in. I'm gonna climb to 1,100, and then we can go on to our course. That was a terrible takeoff. Best takeoff ever. Yeah, it's one to forget for sure. Pressing the wrong one. Should be going up. So I'll do is just trying to set the vertical speed indicator best I can. Coming up to 1,000 feet nearly. Okay. There we go. We're good. So 1,100, and then we can set on the GPS onto nav, and there we go. Okay, yeah. So what happened was I tried setting this up to 4,000, and when I clicked arm, it actually clicked on the autopilot. Hence the reason why I couldn't take off, because it just tried keeping it level at that altitude. So yeah, I wasn't aware that it actually armed the auto. I thought you could arm it without the autopilot being on, but clearly no. So that's what happened. Lesson learned. Let's lift up the landing gear. Let's get out of Dodge. The plane says who needs tarmac. That's right, Rumsey. Yeah. Well, the plane just does what it wants. You know, I'm just here to sit in and ride it. Really. You see GCHQ over there in Cheltenham. What else have we got here? You can see a lot of farmland in Gloucester. I think that may be the Malvern. No, the Malverns. I don't know where the Malvern. I think there's the Malvern Hills over there. Pretty sure. Yeah, and I live around there somewhere. Okay, we're heading on out. Danger averted. I'm sure we wouldn't have got any bonus points or medals or anything for taking off there. But we're in the air. The plane's okay, and that's good. So yeah, we should be coming just over there, climbing at 4,000 feet. We're at 3,000 nearly. We will be coming back down in a minute. I'm just hoping I'll get vectored in. If I don't, then what we'll do is we'll do a bit of a bypass, or well, not bypass, but a flyby. A bit of a flyby of the runway, so we can kind of figure out where we're gonna land. So that's the plan.
Bonanza 89 Juliet contact : approach on 120.07. Have a good afternoon.
Approach on 120.07 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, 120.07 goes in. Stocko, a runway? We don't need a runway where we're going, that's right.
Approach Bonanza 89er Juliet climbing to 4,000 feet.
Yeah, that's
Bonanza
right.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, good afternoon. Radar contact.
Okay. And the reason they got radar contact, if you're wondering, is that we put in our what do you call it? Squawk 6021, and that's basically my special ident number. So for radar to basically guide, see who I am in the air. That's what that's there for. Yeah. We'll get there. Hey, Big Kevin 2127, how you doing? Thanks for joining us today. This is the second flight that we've done. We're just doing a very little quick hop over to EGUO, which is Cologne, which I've never heard of. It sounds very French. But yes, I live in here, Gloucester, and I've never heard of this place, Cologne. But that's where we're going. So at 4,000, let's just back up on the old throttle, and got to figure out where to go. Now this is a very small airport, so we need to really keep my wits about me on where to land, because I've got no idea. Without the ATC or the sat nav telling me where to land, I'm a little bit blind. But hopefully we'll be okay.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, turn right heading 212 vectors
brilliant.
to the straight in approach for runway 07 at collar, maintain 4,000 feet.
Brilliant. Okay.
Heading 212 vectors to the straight in approach for runway 07, maintain 4,000 feet. Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, so we're going to go to 212.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, descend and maintain 3,400 feet. QNH is 1022. Descend and maintain 3,400 feet. QNH is 1022. Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, there's loads of information there. One sec. Okay, so what they've done is that they're vectoring me. Now let me show you what that means. So why am I not moving?
Bonanza 89er Juliet, turn right heading 217. Heading 217 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, so what I'm doing, they're actually vectoring me, which is brilliant, which means that they're going to put me on here to come in. So what they've asked me to do is they're vectoring me, so they're going to move me to this line here, and then they're going to basically tell me to get onto this line by giving me coordinates. So that's what they're doing, which I was hoping they would do. I'm pretty glad that's happening. It's very difficult to see where I'm going, but if I use this number here, 21, you said 102. But we were a little bit late for vectoring, so I'm going to try and make up and get onto this line as best we can. But yeah, so we're being vectored in, which is brilliant. We're down to 3,000. Oh, we should be at 3,400. Anyone else expecting airplane pieces scattered 30 acres of this landing? Oh, come on, Case. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to be. I need to get to. 3,400. There we go, we're climbing. Gyro off the hair. It could be. No, it's probably just me, Crix. It's probably me. There we go. We should be leveling out at 3,400. Happy days. Let me just check our position. And you can see there, yeah, we're okay. So we're vectoring out here, coming around, and then we're going to land. Brilliant. Okay, so the ATC is looking after us, which is great. Nichols, hey, Stockoglaws, nice to see you on the stream. Cheers, buddy. Thanks very much for dropping by. Really appreciate it. 2 days in a row. Yeah, the Rocky Mountain. Hi there. Good to see you. Thank you. Like I say, I'm going to try and. Oh, my throat's going. But I'm going to try and stream every day for a few hours a day. maybe tomorrow we'll do some farming sim or do some trucking, but yeah, we'll mix it up and maybe come back to this. I do enjoy this, and I'll be playing this obviously off screen. So, but yeah, I'll try and stream every day for as long as this craziness, this isolation thing happens over here in the UK, and hopefully, hopefully get through it together.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, turn left heading 212.
212.
Heading 212 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, so we're going to turn left to 212. Very difficult to see the exact heading. So I basically look at this thing here, 212. When that goes to 212, you know you're fine. I mean, you can adjust your gyro heading to your compass with a little yellow opposite heading. I pressed D. That's as far as quickly. That's as much as that's as much as my technical ability will allow me. I don't really like playing around with these. I don't know what they do, to be honest. I think that one of them. I think that may be the OBS. No, I don't know. Is the truthful answer there? Yeah, D's cool. I've pressed D a few times. Oh, you could use the suggestions I sent you on Twitter. The blue, you might have caught me out there. I don't know if I've seen them. I'll check. I'll check Twitter after we land safely. That's the plan. So they've vectored us at 3,400. Let me just check where we are against our line. As you can see, they've basically put us bang on this line. We're going to be coming up, turn to base, and then onto final. Boom. That's where we're going. Cool. The yellow arrow does what D does manually. Right, okay. Oh, okay. So this one here, so we set this up to that. Is that is that what you set up to? So this is always correct. So you set this to that. Orange one is heading both for your orange to remember A heading. Okay. So the orange is my direction because I've got it on heading mode at the moment. So yeah, when I play around with these orange buttons, it change. Yeah, if that yellow bug moves here, then the plane moves to that position. Right. Okay, understood. So this is your this is always right, and then you're basically hooking this one up to that. That's what you meant, wasn't it? See, got ya. We got there in the end. We'll just press D. Welcome to Brews Discord, Stockoglaws. Yes, I will. I need to start getting back into Discord. It's been a little while. Like I said, I've been away, and if you've seen my video or was at the stream yesterday, I went into sort of explaining where I've been and why I haven't been doing many videos, and a lot of that is to do with his work. Unfortunately, or fortunately, work's very busy. It was until this craziness happened, but which means I do a lot of travelling. I could be out for 14-15 hours a day, so trying to find time to do some recording and spend time with the family and the dogs, it's been very difficult. And as you guys can appreciate, YouTube has been
Bonanza
a big part of my
89er
life.
Juliet, turn right heading 218.
The only
Heading 218 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
218. Is it? Oh gosh, I'm getting too fancy. 218, I think. Yes. So it's been quite difficult. As you guys know, YouTube is a massive part, of my life for a long time. But the only things above it really is family and work, because obviously without one or the other, and unfortunately those two have got, the two bits above YouTube have got very busy. It's kind of sort of slowed down on the YouTube front. But yeah, it's now I've got the time. I'm very happy to do these, and I do enjoy it, and I love talking to my internet friends, and hopefully we can pass through this weirdness together and have some fun along the way. That's the plan. So what it's doing, it's just vectoring you back onto this line, I think. It doesn't like you to deviate from what it's telling you. Is this the purchase pane? Is this the GPS? Crixie, yes, it's sorry, Crixfer. Yes, it's this is the F-33 Bonanza. I'll show you. It's a cool looking plane. It's an add-on. I love this. This is probably my favourite GA aeroplane. Yes, it was a GTN plug-in. It's a Reality XP GTN. So it's not the the standard X-plane sat nav. It's the GTN, which I like. I like both, to be fair. But I think I prefer the GTN because you can actually see the map and everything else. And
Bonanza 89er Juliet, turn left heading 212. Heading 212 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
So yeah, I like this. It gives you a little bit more information. It's quite easy to use. So we're turning left at 212. Again, this number here. I mean, most days. Sorry, harassing brew. That's per normal. Yeah. So let me just reduce our speed a little bit because we're coming on to final shortly. It's going to ask us to go turn left onto final. We'll just try and maybe put that. Oh no, we'll stay there. So that's where we are now. We're going to go left and then go to final. So as long as we listen to ATC, we should be okay. That's the plan. I've been flying the X plane forever. Can never decide what my first purchase should be. Oh, Crixie, that's that's very difficult. Yeah, I feel your pain there because there's so many out there. It depends what
Bonanza
you enjoy.
89er Juliet, turn left heading 148.
148.
Heading 148 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
So yeah, it's very difficult to say because it's such a personal choice. If you like flying GA, I do enjoy GA flying. Then I'd recommend a good GA. This is brilliant. I really enjoy this plane. But if you like flying sort of jumbo jets and things, the only one I have got is the A320 and the A321, which I enjoy flying every now and then. But again, I haven't flown it for so long. You forget. You've got to keep doing it quite often, to get that sort of memory. Especially for me, anyway. I've got a terrible memory.
Bonanza 89er Juliet, turn left heading 09er2, cleared for visual straight in approach runway 07 QNH is 1022 at Collard.
Okay.
Heading
right.
09er2, cleared for visual straight in approach runway 07 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
I'm going to put the flap down. So flaps down. Both flaps are down. We're reducing our speed. We're at 09. No, not quite there yet. We should see, hopefully we'll see the runway soon. We're at 80. To bring this down at a nice slow descent, say to 1,000. So I've done that. Just put on a nice slow descent. I can't see the runway at the moment, so I can't plan for anything. But
Bonanza 89er Juliet, turn left heading 067. Heading 067 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay. So hopefully it'll point me in the right direction here. 067. It should be around here somewhere. Let's have a look at our... Okay, so we're a little bit off on the turn, but trying to put us on the right path. We should be seeing it soon, hopefully. So I'm coming down. We are descending not very fast. Let's descend a little bit quicker. Reduce the throttle. Okay, this is where we need to concentrate now. Oh, where's that runway?
Bonanza 89er Juliet turn right heading 073. Heading 073 Bonanza 89er Juliet.
073.
Bonanza 89er Juliet descend and maintain 2,400 feet. Runway is 9 nautical miles. Maintain VFR. Call field in sight. Descend and maintain 2,400 feet. Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Okay, so 2,000, how many? 500 feet. 2,400 feet. We're going to keep this on, coming down. I want to see the runway, and then we can visually land. So this is going to be a visual landing. It says to report runway in sight. So let's get that set up ready. Is that default ATC? Crixie, no, I'm using pilot to ATC. I'll show you that shortly. Can anybody see the runway? There it is. Okay, cool. Right, I know the runway is there. So I need to come down a little bit quicker than I am at the moment. So we're reducing throttle. Let's lower the landing gear. There we go. We should have 3 green. Yep, 3 green there on the landing gear. Cool. Get to around about 80 or 90 knots. The runway is here. I'll just take it nice and gently until I can see the pappy lights, the white and reds. Yeah, Crixie, thank you very much. Field in sight, Bonanza 89er Juliet. Field in sight, Bonanza 89er Juliet.
Bonanza 89er Juliet Roger. Maintain VFR for remainder of flight. IFR service terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good afternoon. Field in sight Bonanza 89er Juliet. Bonanza 89er Juliet Roger. Maintain VFR for remainder of flight.
I am flying the plane.
IFR service terminated, frequency change approved. Enjoy your afternoon.
Okay, so basically saying you're on your own, don't die, and yeah, have a good afternoon. So yeah, I'm flying the plane at the moment, trying to keep it on a fairly nice descent. I want to see, I don't know whether these got pappy lights or not, so I'm trying to judge this by hand and eye, which isn't the best. DBoss, how you doing? Hope you're well. Do you still have Farming Simulator? I do. Unfortunately, I explained yesterday, I think I'm a bit low. I lost the save for the save game. Unfortunately, I think maybe it's due to some mods have been updated and there's a bit of a conflict. So put some power on. So yeah, unfortunately, we lost that, so we may have to start again at some point. But yeah, we might start it during the streams. I can't see the room. If there's any pappy lights, I can't see them. It's quite difficult to judge how high I need to be. Maybe bring this up this timing if I do a visual landing into. Well, there's no point doing that because I don't know which. Don't know what the runway is. Didn't tell me. we'll try this, doing it the old-fashioned way. You know how they used to do it back in the day. Runway seam heading. Oh yeah, of course. Quick seam heading. I should have known
Read
that.
calm.
So we're at 60, what are we, 60, 70, something like that. So visual runway 07. Active. Okay. That's pretty good. It brings the brings this thing here, so you can kind of see whether you're on dead center or not. The only thing I can't see is any puppy logs, which is a real pain because I don't know how, the actual angle to land at. So this could be, this could be fun, peeps. This could be good fun. Okay, well, we're going to land. Something's going to happen. Okay, so the landing gear's down, full flaps, 3 green. Watch these trees. I imagine it's quite fun landing at this airport with those trees. Yeah, I'll probably come at the wrong angle here, but we're okay. I am a little bit too low. We're okay though. We're okay. We'll see how close we are to those trees, shall we, when we check the replay. But we're at the right speed. We're coming in. It's not the biggest runway in the in the world, but I think we're okay. Get this down. And we're
Landing
okay.
time
I'm quite
logged.
happy with that.
Landed at Echo Golf Uniform Oscar, :
Colon. Oh, colon. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Okay, that's okay. I'm fairly pleased. Weirdly enough, where you have to do it yourself, you tend to maybe land a little bit better than you would if you had the ILS or. So we're off the runway. We're going to go park up over here. Doesn't seem to be much here, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what we're delivering today, but I hope someone's here to receive it. GG, thank you. Hey, Great Gamer, how are you? Hope you're well. Sorry, I was I was in full-on Stocko concentrator mode there. I'll just park up right here somewhere, shall we? Lovely, cool. Let's put the handbrake on, and let's turn this bad boy off by pulling out the fuel. There we go.
Engine off, time logged.
And we could turn.
End of flight. Registered in on-air company.
There we go. So there we go. We're here. And I thought that was a pretty good landing. I'm quite pleased with that landing. Great landing. You sure you're not a pilot? Hey, Rumsey. I guarantee you I'm not a pilot. I'm not a pilot. I think that was a lot of luck more than judgment. But I'll take it. It's quite difficult to realise how high you have to be. But let's just jump back into here because it's analysing the flight. Make sure we get the. There we go. Level 2 obtained. Okay, cool. I'll show you in a minute what that means. We go to the skill tree. We'll put some points in the skill tree. You can see the XP there. So we flew from EGBJ to EGUO Cologne, and we've just gained to level 2. The engine and airframe condition is fine, and job finished. So we've taken £85. Payment for cargo, and you see all these here. I don't know if you can see. We've got some mail notifications that we check out now. Okay, and there you go. We're here. Brilliant. So, before we do all that, let's just come back here and can we go to replay, because I want to see how close we were to those trees. I don't know. We'll have to see how close we are to those trees. Let's go. It looks okay. I thought the thing you did for the good landing was control your speed and get the vehicle for the correct for landing, so interesting. That's it. Yeah, Crixie, it's I'm starting to figure, you know, these planes out, that you can't do a lot of movements and you can't do a lot of actions at once. It's all got to be really slow and calculated. So you can see our little dot there. Some beautiful scenery. I don't know what's going on a bit. Crazy hill. It looks a lovely day. And we're probably not as close as the trees as you think. I thought there, I thought, oh, a little bit low. Quick, rise. Right, we'll see. Oh yeah, we've got loads of room. Look at that. Yeah, loads of room. Oh, looks good, isn't it? Do you know about VATSIM? I do. Yes. I'm not confident enough on the talking with VATSIM. I know people get really, people take this game very seriously, and rightly so. But I'm not very good at the whole talking. Hence the reason I use Pilot to ATC. So I'm kind of learning, some of the terminology and what to expect. Here we go. Oh, look at that! Look at that landing. That was great. Yeah, you're miles from the trees. I am. But it's quite difficult to see, isn't it? Like when you're flying. When you're flying it, you don't know how close you are to the trees. So I was always wondering how close I was. But I'm very happy with that. Very, very, very happy with that landing. That was that's just what we wanted. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks very much for the stream. We're gonna. Oh, hang on. Before we leave it here, let me go back to this. We are going to show you the skills tree. So this is the skills tree. So if you wanted a loan, you could put a skill in here. And a Crixie, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. FBO. So if you want to set up an FBO forward base operator. Basically, if you want to set up a base within our airport, we can. EGBJ. We need to put some in there. Passengers, if you want to start ferrying passengers about, which I want to start doing at some point. And a hiring agreement is when you can start hiring people. So I'm going to put some points in a hiring agreement and maybe passengers. I don't know. We haven't really got a big enough plane for that just yet. So maybe let's set up an FBO or maybe a bank loan. I don't know. Okay, so we've got the hiring thing. Let's have a look at maybe hiring somebody. I'll show you how that works. Yes, sorry, Crixie. This is from a program called On Air, Aerosoft On Air. Miss Fun, this is a program called On Air. If I put a video up yesterday on the YouTube channel from the stream yesterday that explains what this is and how to set it up and it's basically it's a job generation. It's a little bit like air hauler stroke FS economy. So you have a company. So this is my company in the dashboard. My company is it's On Air Airline Manager. My company is called, I think it's just called Stockoglaws. Was it Stockoglaws Airways or something? You start off with a bit of money. We bought we've done the tutorial and you get a Cessna 172, but we sold it, and then we bought ourselves the F-33 Bonanza, and they're from EGCW. So we've flown it from EGCW to EGBJ, which is Gloucester. We picked up some. You see, we got landing fees and all sorts, So Welshpool FBO, we bought some fuel. We had a parking fee there, obviously because we parked there. Landing fee at the Gloucester. We filled up with Gloucester, and then we had a landing fee at EGUO, and we'll continue getting fees if we leave the aircraft there overnight, and that's the landing fee there at EGUO. And then we got payment. We got paid 5,000 for the cargo that we took from Gloucester to Cologne, and that's our balance. So 382,000. Now in the skills tree there, I've still got two more points to distribute. Okay, well if that's the case, I want to go FBO and don't know what to do. Let's go passengers. It'd be nice to take some passengers. There we go. Okay. So that's the skills tree for it. So you can't take passengers until you've got your passenger's license, and you can't hire anybody until you have a hiring agreement, and you can't set up an FBO until you've got this. So FBO, your company has no FBOs yet, so we can actually set one up at EGBJ. There we go. Gloucester is our home base, and there we go. That's where it is. And so there's how many? So there's only one FBO there. It's called Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire. So you've got to create an FBO. So here you go, create. We're going to call it probably. How about Gloucester? Yeah. So SGAW Gloucester. So Stockoglaws Airways Gloucester FBO. There we go. And what's pretty cool about this is that if you guys have got on air and you're doing flights and you land at Gloucester, you can actually buy my fuel, from myself. So that's pretty good. Okay, so here you can have, you can buy rooms for your crew. You can have tie downs, so probably going to need a couple of them. Aircraft hangar. So I'm going to hire somebody in a minute. So we're going to have 2 dynos for 2 planes and two places to store our planes, and we want some fuel. So if we can get maybe 1,000 gallons of that fuel and 1,000 gallons of that fuel to sell, and then we'll undercut. We set fuel. I think if we go around about the 4.1 mark. Let's get a quotation on all that. So it's going to cost us £22,800 to do. So for the project management and paperwork is $800. The FBO exploitation license is $3,000. 1,000 litre capacity for fuel is $7,000. Paperwork for rented tie down is 1,000, and aircraft hangar built for 2 aircraft is 4,000. So it's going to take about 6 days. And when I say 6 days, I don't mean you press this button and you can fast forward time. It will take 6 days. So in 6 real life days time, the FBO will be up and running with all that equipment. So we're going to accept. It's only 22,000. There we go. And we've just set ourselves our first FBO up. Pretty cool, eh? So things you take into consideration when you fly and use it on air, you can change the offset of the time, but you got to remember that there are operating hours to when you can fly the plane. So normally when I've been playing this, I've been playing after work, so say 6-7 o'clock in the evening, and you can notice that the airport is shut. So I have to go on an offset to make sure that when I'm flying, all the airports are open. Otherwise, you won't be able to land here. Or if you do, you get fined quite heavily. So that's pretty cool. So trying to make it as realistic as possible. What else is there to do? So we're going to hire somebody. So we're going to go here. First of all, we're going to rent an aircraft. We may even be able to buy an aircraft. But I'm going to go and look for a single engine piston. 172. So you can buy a little Cessna. So for XP11, remember you got to make sure you choose the right one. So we've got so I have the X plane 11. Doesn't show. Oh, I think it's that one there. That is the A2A version, I think. So what I'll do is, if we go into our X-plane here, we'll just cancel that. Go flight configuration, so we can load up the Cessna. The sorry, not A2A, the Air4 Labs Cessna here. Doesn't matter where we set that at. If we just start new flight, when that comes in, I'll show you what you can do. So what's really important with this on air is that you've got to make sure you choose the correct plane that's in your sim. So every plane has a unique description, and if you don't choose the correct one for that, then you can't use it. You know, so even in the sim, you can't fly it. So you've just got to be a little bit careful. It's a little bit fiddly, but it will make sense once I've shown you. I think it would take me 6 days to fly from here to there. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the aim of it. And in a minute we've got to do a job, you know, and stuff like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot to sort of take in. It was great seeing you again and watching you play. I have to go now. I might be back. If you're still on, take care, be safe and enjoy. Wally, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Take care and stay safe in these crazy times. I'll say I missed it or can remember, but on air costs money, I guess. It does. It is a subscription, but I think at the moment there may be. I waited until there was an offer for a year, and I paid for that for a year. So I find a use for it. Whenever I fly sim, I fly planes. I like a purpose to flying. I'm not one that could just, you know, get up in the morning and go, oh, gee, I'm going to fly there today. I'd rather somebody tell me where to fly, and I'm using this, and you know, with the weights and everything else, and GA. If you're really on top, you know, if the weights on here right close to the limit, then it will adjust it into the sim, and you know, so you've got some sort of realistic. And then obviously later on, when we get some bigger aircrafts, you know, I've got the oh, okay, that means that's loaded in. Okay, so this is the Air4 Labs Cessna 172, probably the most common plane probably ever made, I imagine. But there it is at this place. And what we're going to do, so that's the one that I want my staff member to fly, because I could fly it as well, you know, if need be. So then basically what you get, find aircraft. So come here, you go to buy or rent aircraft, search the aircraft I've loaded into my sim. So what that is going to find the one that's in your sim, which is the X-Plane 11 C172 SP XP11. So that's the correct Cessna 172 for you know, for the game. So 100 miles. We're going to search 100 miles from Gloucester. Let's have a look, see if we can find any aircraft. And whoa, there's loads. Like I say, it's pretty common. So let's have a look at range. So 20 miles away in, where's that? EGBL. Don't know where that is. Oh, in Bristol. That'd be quite nice to buy that one. 77%. It's not great. Cardiff. There we go. I think we're going to get that one at 115,000. So we could probably buy that. Yeah, I think we will. So this one here, get details. So it's a Cessna 172. It gives you all the information here, and airframe's at 97%, which is great. And we could buy it for 115,000. So let's buy the plane. So that's in Cardiff, if you remember. So let's buy that aircraft. Cool. And Cardiff is over here. You can see the plane there, and the plane here. And then we can go to hire employees. Whoa, loads of people. So let's go to filter. So single piston, land. And obviously, yeah, you got flight attendants, you got mechanics. So you can actually set up a mechanics place on your FBO and hire mechanics to repair other planes. You know, so in during the game, if you've got the game and you land at Gloucester EGBJ, and then you think, oh gosh, I might maintain my plane. Well, you can use my mechanics to maintain your plane, and I'll get the money for you using, you know. So it is pretty cool. Flight attendants, obviously, when we have larger aircraft with passengers, we're going to need a few flight attendants, there, and obviously pilots as well. It gives you sort of how much you're paying per week, regardless how much you're paying per hour actually flying. I think. Oh no, you could. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Per week, per hour. Oh, weekly minimum guaranteed salary when hired. Per hour flight. Per flight, and then per hour for freelancer. Okay, so you can hire them just on a freelance basis, or you can hire them per hour actually while they're flying, and this is how much they cost per week. So yeah, this has changed since I last hired somebody. So if we just click on, say, Judy, evaluate. So Judy can fly a glider, an ultralight, a single engine land, a multi-engine land, multi-engine sea. So she's pretty she's pretty good. Oh, another thing as well. So you got the Cessna. If we, as in, I'm the pilot. If I wanted now to fly a, I don't know, a B1900D, or a different plane, a different class of plane, as in it's a multi-engine plane, I will need to take a test, a check ride, and I have to follow the on-air company and do the check ride, what they tell me to do, to make sure that I can actually fly the plane before they're allowing me for passengers and things like that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's carry on. I'm looking for something quite cheap, just to fly a Cessna for a little while. So let's go down here. Alex Bowen, stress resistance. I think if you do too many jobs all in, like one after the other, I think they can go off with stress. Also, you got an app as well on your phone, so you don't need to be on your PC to do this. If you're at work or whatever, you can start moving people around and getting jobs and things like that and bringing some money. So this thing can continuously. But when it says it takes 6 hours to get somewhere, it will take 6 hours in real life. It's not. There isn't a way of fast forwarding it, unfortunately. I hope I'm explaining this okay. Are you guys still with me, or you fell asleep? Do you still want me to carry on and explain it? I don't know. Some of you maybe. Okay. Right. So yeah, Alexis Bowen. He's cheap. Yeah, cheap as chips. Let's see if he can fly a Cessna. He can indeed. He can fly a single engine piston land and a multi engine. Okay. Oh, Alexis is a woman. I wasn't expecting that, but happy days. I love the details. Thank you, Craig. So yeah, 24 years old. Got over 1,000 flight hours. So had to say, well, we're going to check that out. I think it will kill FSE. Possibly, but FSE is free. This isn't, so there's that as well, Crix. Data, that looks awesome. It does. It is. The more you get into it, it gives you a reason to fly every day. So, okay, we're going to hire you. So I want you hire preferred guaranteed per week. Select the home airport. Well, the home airport is EGBJ. All right, so I want them to go there, but then she's going to have to get a bus to go to Cardiff to pick up the plane in Cardiff before we could do a job. Yeah, I know. So let's sign the contract. So we've hired Alexis. Alexis Bowen is now our employee. So there's us. We've got 2 flight hours, and we've got Alexis with a lot more experience than us. So what we'll do is we'll manage Alexis and say, look, you need to go to Cardiff. Where is the aircraft? What's the ICO? EGFF. So that's where our aircraft is. EGFF. So you need to go to EGFF and start transportation. Okay. So she's going to be heading off to Cardiff now, and it's going to take her till 4 o'clock. And the current time now is 3. So in an hour, which is about right. It takes an hour to get to Cardiff from where I am in Gloucester. Yeah, so she's getting the bus, transporting now to Cardiff, and if we go to our map, live map, you'll see there she's at Cardiff, but she's transferring, and she's not going to be ready until 15:56, depending on traffic. and then should be available then for us to do. And then basically to do some jobs, you just click on the plane. You prepare the go to EGFF, I think they are EGFF. So if we go here and go to find jobs, you type in there EGFF. We want a small trip because we're only in a little. Says no, maximum passengers is 3 because that's all we can hold, and no small airport job. Okay, so there we go. So we've got another job, base EGFF. Where's that going? Oh, that's going to EGDL. EGDL. Taking technicians, 20 people for 30,000. Well, we can't do that one. We've only got a little Cessna. So what's this one? Dangerous material. So you need to have a little bit like Euro Truck Sim. You know, before you can take on the petrol, you know, the tankers, the petrol. You need to have the correct qualifications. But the same here. You can't have anything dangerous until you have the skills to do it. So yeah, that's, there isn't much there for us to do, to be honest. Business trip, was it 69 people? No, we can't take any of that. Goods. Take some goods to, where is that, France? Yeah, France. Cargo is 1,555. So it doesn't seem to be a lot for us to have it at Cardiff. So what you may need to do is search the surrounding airports, and yeah, you may find an airport fairly close where we can have a job where we're just taking out 1 or 2 people. But yeah, all the jobs, there's loads of jobs that you can do, but you've got to make sure that we can do it with the current aircraft that we've got. So here you go, medical personnel. So we need a special license to move medical people, but they're good money. As you can see there, 2 people to go to 61,000, and yeah. So normally the pay was. So goods transport, there we go, 533. We can do this one. EGTG, so we can ask her to fly to EGTG, pick up the goods, and then go to EGDA. Cargo's 533, so we can just about do that, I think. And then we get a nice cool 7,300. So it's just a matter of finding the right jobs for us and the right planes. But yeah, we'll get her going on our next stream. But yeah, I hope I've explained that okay. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. So yeah, my name is Stockoglaws. Yeah, this is day 2 of our stream, I guess, and yeah, I'll see you all very soon. So thank you so much. Any questions? I'll put this on YouTube, whack them on YouTube, and I'll be very happy to answer them. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow with some more explain, or maybe switch it up to some farming sim or American truck or Euro truck. But we'll play it by ear, see how we go, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Take care.